Yet another edition of the program Sports Update Extra, where they come to you from the Society for the Democracy 98.1 FM. More being come to you this edition from Bumiunim na Jaffa Mans Davis. Today inside this edition of the program, they give you update, but waiting at the latest on the Central One Football Association, the Intercommunity Championship, and waiting at the progress and how people go for be part of the decision they don't make. This plus we go continue for discuss issues around the friendly match where Salon single leg amputee football team for hold against Guinea single leg amputee football team na approved school April 27. This plus the international scene and your contribution all go make this edition of the program Sports Update Extra. Meet you from wherever they get you from. So not go outside. We'll take this break, and when we come back, we continue the program. 981. Now the number you go use for the voice to the conversation 077-981-981. Now the number you go use for be part of this edition where they come to you from the Society for the Democracy 98.1 FM. And same also to with Facebook viewers them on ourselves cable for be part of this edition and add on a voice to the through the comment section for be part of this edition for make the discussion on social media become more lively. For helping me talk more on the issues that we'll look at today, I'm in the studio with Hassan Kagbo, we now sports analyst and writer for Forum newspaper. Hassan, good morning and welcome to this edition of the program.
Good morning, Jaffa, and good morning, people in our radio land. Welcome to this yet another edition.
Continue for still to be inside the program. Fambule Kuteuna today we the guna full update and detail, but waiting. Now the latest on the Central One Football Association as this league been not halt for long term now, and if you get for continue and how UNASF go for be part of you go get for no inside the program online now. We day with the chairman for the Central One Football Association, Winner Philipson Klein Cole, and it will give you more update, but waiting now the latest on the league and the competition within the organized. Good morning and welcome to this edition of the program Sports Update Extra, Philipson.
Thank you very much for making able to participate by the program this morning.
Yes, you said the same, but again, we say we need updates. What are the latest around the Central One Football Association, particularly on the halt and how things done the town like now?
Well, of course, I would like for first of all apologize to the football fans, especially the Kufa fans. We don't keep the weights on when they come to. However, we say thanks to the ethics committee of the SLFE. We finally give it out a final ruling where we deal on. We don't do the final shootout, the continuation of the sudden deaths. We take place 2 days ago at this football academy between Kisi community and the Fullerton community. However, the Kisi community be qualified after they get to the kickouts. Now on Saturday we will get the semi-final between Fobi and between Aberdeen and Magazine. Then on Sunday we will get between Kisi and Fobi. Then next week before we will get the grand final.
Wow, this is very, very big news. Look at what's in the preparation them way this association don't put in place, especially for the issues them will lead to the halt of the league not happening again.
Well, as an association, we are law-abiding association and we like peace. We'll be good the extra mile for give everybody a fair chance to judgments. This be make we keep so long because appeal after appeal be done they take place. But however, we're so happy we don't be concluded. Yesterday we get a family meeting at the parade facility where we will get all the semi-finalists. Them will be sitting in a round table, including the chairman for the parade association. We map out details of how this and it be very cordial. And we get for appeal to the fans them for when they can at the field on Saturday for mood for Kancha and support them fans and team them to a successful victory after the semi-final. And also again the community reps be suggesting because of the long in competition with ticket who control crowds them we will get a very fine match.
Okay. In your statement earlier, you talk about how the penalty shootout way una been continue with been happened na the SLFA Academy na Kintom. This make a one for us. We get for see any of the semi-final match and change venue from parade grounds to any other pitch around Freetown.
Well, not be so. The parade facility and the home facility of the competition, and also the community, we find it very easy for the access the facility. So a special appeal, we say that will continue with competition in the.
Okay. The semi-final, they play on Saturday and Sunday. What's in the message to football loving fans them and the communities them we get for be represented?
Just like how the community reps them we don't promise. We always we deliberate on and they take them back for educating community, and then they encourage each and every fans where they can at the field for them a very good behavior for support the competition and the game. Promote them players them for a better future player them for the country. Also, would they call on the security apparatus for making them in full control as would they in constant communication with them for map out security details. Would they assure people and say them go get their money worth and then go enjoy the carnival atmosphere.
Okay. Then finally, I would see change in price of the fuel and get for pay for go watch them.
Well, maybe the final price go different, but now the semi-final cost will be 20 leones.
Okay. Thank you very much for this update.
Thank you too.
In name na Philipson Crankle, in the chairman for the Central One Football Association. We give you update, but the different in them we they don't put in place. I come out the studio with me guest we na Hassan Kagbo. Hassan, again good morning and welcome to this edition of the program.
Jaffa, good morning. Thank you for
yes. Now let's look at the Central One Football Association. One of the platform there where many people go argue saying at the bedrock of grassroots football, and we don't pause for a very short while, but now they don't get headway they're able to meet with the community and football stakeholders then for make very big decision for continue with penalties, and now we go see fixtures anytime from with the semi-final go play on Saturdays and Sunday. How big of a news this particularly for community football?
Well, Jaffa, this now welcoming news to the football family, especially the Kofa League, where na a household name for far too long. People don't follow Kofa. They don't see say Kofa don't create a lot of impacts na salon football. You don't see a lot of big superstars them don't go through this Kofa ranking. So if we can see the Kofa for come back, now a welcoming news, and we hope and pray say the fans there will make use of this opportunity, so that the league will be consistent and the league not go be paused again like I happened the last time.
We got to see changing mentality or changing momentum from some of them teams there, particularly where don't say they not play and then we don't they prepare. Say well then go for playing the next week in the next days, but now I don't pass over 3-4 months.
Well, Jaffa, that it will affect the teams, to be honest, because say football like mentality. So if coach don't prepare for a week, forget a match for, let me say, for 3 or 4 days or for 1 week, all of a sudden, Kofa League come into a hole, it get for affect them. But in other way, it get for be back another added advantage. Because it might be say you get some players them maybe don't get some injuries, maybe don't affected with 1, 2 or get setbacks. So the suspension will be a blessing in disguise for them. So coming back with the Kofa League, perhaps it will be an added advantage more for the teams that will come to the semi-finals.
Now, let's look at one of the things that we don't do on board community football refereeing. How big of a call and how big of a decision will the Central One Football Association need for make for put them foot down so that they go get independent refereeing so that fans them no go in at the stand and they send something inside the field again.
At least now a big call to KOFA as an executive and to the Sierra Leone Referees Association for let them try for see put modalities in place, because for far too long the referees they don't be the do things the way perhaps the fans that they think say that they go against the game. So KOFA for do things the way for help for let this league like how they always human, so let you able stand, we go able come with more attention, we go able create and help the Sierra Leone young ones the way they grab up, because KOFA na a household name. Everybody they eager for play KOFA. We get a lot of communities the way if they suspend the out of KOFA, they see that they appeal, they go in for let them come inside the league again. So if the league don't come, so KOFA gets a whole lot for do for let them able talk to the referees, for let them be independent, let them able ref allow the game for play free and fair. Without winning, we know that loss a loss.
Yes, we get some very, very interesting fixtures and we get for see again, Aberdeen and Magazine and also other communities them, but Aberdeen game, Aberdeen again are one of the teams that way many people would expect say for them make come to the next stage. But again, you think that the football community miss this
yes, for sure they miss the competition, because we always see how parade can full with a lot of football fans, them everybody eager for go watching community, even some people where they far east they come all the way in a central for can watch this KOFA. So if you don't come back, I'm sure now a welcoming news and the fans therefore try for make use of them.
When competition like this can hold for issues then way many people can believe say the executive of the association then for able for put things in place, psychologically they kill the momentum. So how much responsibility now will KOFA get for make sure say they continue for put the independence force for make sure say they're able for set the authorities on certain things like security, refereeing, and able for the discipline communities them when they misbehave and they cause havoc for make the game not continue.
Jaffa, this as you say now a whole tax na KOFA the shoulder. At least this now a great opportunity for everybody. So KOFA really need for put modalities in place, just like how you say, from the refereeing association, the security sectors, for let them come on board, for let them see say this particular league where they don't resume, let you know any issue we go out fracas or we go out setback na the association. So we go look at and say KOFA gets a whole lot for do for let them see say these things work out as it's planned.
Now the Premier League, Leone Premier League don't they take very, very different pace, and from where to we don't see the competition very, very high, and you lost one game, you move to another position, and all this KOFA league, most of the teams them we don't able for make I think 70% of the team that will go na the semi-final now depend on Premier League players them for get them day. We originally now been for able for promote community talent them and things like a dandy. With this kind of intensity where the league they take, you think they will go for see short or drought of Premier League players them now the semi-finals of this competition?
Well, Jeff, for me, I think say it therefore affects the competition somehow, because some Premier League teams them not go afford for left them players them for let them go play this league, even though KOFA back now a big tournament and this particular stage where everybody eager for getting players them back. So now the issue this way they affect, so it all affects the momentum, because as I say, most teams therefore say and difficult so let them come with or take them players they can play. Look at the injuries, look at the other issues that will go affect them. So it can be a setback in somehow.
Well, that now all we can make time for inside this edition of the program, particularly on KOFA. But again, one other big issue we'll get that the single leg amputee sports association they celebrate the country in 64th Independence with an international friendly match with Guinea national amputee team, and it get to be a very big one, especially for people who never see this kind of game.
Yeah, Jaffa, this na a big boost because say football now it don't dominate Sierra Leone when it comes to the sports. So if we look at now the single leg RPT, they try for create a friendly match at least for let them bring momentum, let people that are aware say yes, we are not only focusing on football. Now we need to focus on the single leg RPT. So now big one, at least it will add a big boost to the sports in world and salon.
Yeah, and a very big day for them because now Independence Day.
Oh yeah.
Sierra Leone U20 team they go play na Egypt. Then go for the play na Yaso. But again, the country go want to get victory in all of their matches today.
Yeah, indeed. And I'm sure they go get the big support from Sierra Leoneans them we go love for see them. For far too long we don't hear about them, but the momentum where they need, I don't think say they don't get them. So I'm sure an opportunity for them and for people for let them able to see them. I'm sure they will get the backing of Sierra Leoneans.
Well, this game they play in a proof school. Fambu, you will like football and we go on for see how people where they use coach and get one foot how they play football. You go on for see not to any comic match, but for we will don't see you go talk say then get good football when they play. It's about let you go and go watch how they can do them better or they can do them in their own style. They play in our pro school on Sunday, when the 27th of April 2025, and it was nice for the UCF able to be part of the program. The match between Sierra Leone and Petit Team and Guinea National and Petit Team. The program Sports Update Extra they continue 077 981 981. The number you go use for the voice to the conversation 077 981 981. They open the phone line now, but we take this break, and when we come back, we go open the phone line so that you Seth able for add the voice to the conversation, and Seth we turn our attention now to the international scene. 077 981 981. Now, the number you will use for the voice to the conversation 077 981 981. Now, the number you will use now for call and make your contribution as we open the phone line and ask the different questions them. But the issues that we would all look at inside this edition of the program. We bring council now this edition, my name now Jaffa Mance Davis, but you can call as the program they continue send text message na the number 077 981 981 and add the voice to the program or self go on the Democracy Facebook page for be part of this edition where they come to you from the Society for the Democracy 98.1 FM. We they continue for look at the international scene now as the program they continue. I still there in the studio with Hassan Kagbo, we a sport analyst and sports writer for Forum newspaper, and he there with me in the studio. Hassan, again, we don't come inside the second half, but inside the international scene, we see how the international scene on the boards, particularly the Premier League.
Yeah, Jaffa, the Premier League, we don't all see the momentum we don't take, and we don't see now say Liverpool gets a pole position for winning this year's Premier League because the next match against Tottenham, I'm sure they just need a point for let them be the champion of the league. We Arsenal slip off back the last game where they play with Crystal Palace with a 2-2 draw. We now a big advantage for Liverpool now for let them be the champion of this year's Premier League.
Yeah. Now, what we don't see again inside the English Premier League competition on the rise, we see teams that like Chelsea, Nottingham Forest, don't they take things serious because Manchester City safe don't they up their game, and everybody go on for qualify to Champions League.
Yeah, then don't see now say this European competition is really important. So they all try for be up there. Don't they see like teams like Nottingham Forest, the Newcastle United, and they all don't they try for get a Champions League position. Where Man City in the Chelsea, they try for battle, for let them make their way to the European scene. But now a big contest among them 6 or 7 or so. So go wait and see how it get for unfold.
Well, the league gets a lot of opportunities for go to Europe because inside the next season, if Chelsea able to win the Europa Conference League, if Manchester United or Tottenham able to win the Europa League, and Chef or Arsenal able to win the Champions League, it go mean say about 10 or 11 teams go qualify for go Europe from the English Premier League. Where then they go on send a very strong message and build more competition for teams them for able for qualify.
Yeah, that's we don't see how the English Premier League don't build in momentum na the world. Say now one of the best leagues them, and we don't see how they know they push. Even as that, they don't get now a 5 team which without them other routes than they get 5 team now. We're going to play the Champions League. So if Arsenal win the Champions League now, Chelsea win the conference, and United win the Europa, now a big boost and an added advantage for them. At least the name where the Premier League don't they get all this while they say and say don't they maintain them.
We go kind to other leagues them, but again, let's look at the challenge for the title. Arsenal, you could describe say they slip off too early in this league or make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, I would say they make a lot of mistakes because we don't see them at the 3 consecutive seasons this way. They know they try, they press for this league. The last 2 seasons, Man City in the win and at the end, and all of a sudden this year and all things say Arsenal for don't be a pole position for win this league. Liverpool don't come back for taken at the end. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They don't make a lot of slip off. And someone go say na the coach, someone go say na the board. Because if you don't see, no say your team gets a striker problem, don't know say your team gets this problem, you get a January transfer window, you don't come. At least you need to beef up your team for able win the title. But you see, they just above or rely on the 2 main strikers. Now all of a sudden they're out of injury. So you see, so that's I'm sure it creates a lot of setback for them.
Okay, we'll go through some messages now. We Facebook page as this one from Mohammed Sikagbo. They say if Kofa want to maintain the credibility, the resumption of this the competition get big role for play. And this other one from Chris Breezy. I think they talk about your contribution. Now the league they say they analyze well, but on the, from Mark 10 again, in England, say 11 years ago, Crystal Palace crushed Liverpool's Premier League title hopes with a 3-3 comeback at Selhurst Park. Arsenal last night they have snatched points off Arsenal, and then helping Liverpool edge closer to the crown. From Mark 10. Well, Mark 10 they try to draw a line between how Crystal Palace 10 years ago crashed Liverpool and title to hope, where then go draw them 3-3. What means say they can do the same back. But now one big possibility where everybody go out for C. But again, they say even though yesterday they don't make Liverpool go closer to the title, then can still go do come back again for give Liverpool maybe a defeat for slow things down. You see that possible?
Because in football you not go say impossible. Anything can happen. It is not over until it is over. So it's